Happy New Year, viewers. We wound up last year talking about enemies. This time we are beginning off with the firstborn sons. That's how we are going to begin our new year. And what I have called this one is Successful Firstborns Are Made. The Bible is full of firstborn sons that became nothing. This does not exclude the Abrahamic lineage. Cain was the firstborn of Adam, but it is Abel that was successful and was blessed. Ishmael was the firstborn of Abraham, but what did he become? It is his junior brother Isaac that mounted to something. To date, we talk of the God of Isaac. Esau was the firstborn of Isaac, but what did he become? He mounted to nothing. It is his junior brother Jacob that we refer to his God. Reuben was Jacob's firstborn, and he became nothing because he slept with his stepmother. It is Joseph that mounted to something, yet he was one of the lastborns of Jacob. Eliab, Jesse's firstborn son, apart from his stature, as described by Samuel the prophet, could not even face Goliath the giant. It was David, the youngest, that killed Goliath. Amnon was David's firstborn by Ahinoam the Jezreelite, but he did not do better than sleep with his sister Tamar. It was Solomon, the one born out of fornication, that became the next king of Israel. Boaz must have had children by other Jewish women, but it was Obed, born of Ruth, that mounted to something. All in all, there is something about the firstborns, especially of Abraham's lineage, that does not excel. They don't take up their positions. They are relegated to the background. Now, look at this, viewers. Isaac was the firstborn of Sarah, but not of Abraham. Today, we talk of the God of Isaac. Solomon was the firstborn of Bathsheba, Uriah's wife. He became the next king of Israel after David. Obed was the firstborn of Ruth, and he fathered Jesse, the father of David. Samuel was the firstborn of Hannah, but not of Elkanah. Elkanah had other children before Samuel was born. It was Samuel that became a prophet. The names of the other sons, we shall never know them. John the Baptist was the firstborn of both Elizabeth and Zechariah. He became the forerunner of Jesus Christ, most probably because of Elizabeth, but not because of Zechariah. It is the duty of us mothers to pray for our firstborns, so that they take up their positions as the firstborns, with the blessings that are attached thereof. The firstborns are made, they are not born. It is mothers that shapes the destiny of their firstborn. When we look at Cain and Abel, Cain must have stayed more with his father Adam than with Eve, the mother. Adam was given the responsibility to till the land, so Cain learned farming from his father. Abel stayed more with Eve than with Adam. She instructed him on how to give God an acceptable sacrifice, so he was appreciated. When we look at Ishmael and Isaac, Sarah worked hard for the preeminence of Isaac over Ishmael. She even wanted Ishmael out of the way, and she succeeded. In so doing, she was making Isaac the firstborn. To her, Ishmael was a son of a bondwoman, not Abraham's son. And God was with Sarah in this matter. When we look at Esau and Jacob, Jacob was always with the mother. This is because God had spoken to Rebekah that Esau would serve Jacob. So she was always talking and instructing and directing Jacob on what to do and how to behave. The problem came when Isaac made an important decision of blessing the firstborn secretly without telling his wife. And yet the wife had some very important information from God concerning the destiny of the children. It is mothers that God gave the power to shape the destiny of the children. If Bathsheba had not fought for Solomon to become king by reminding David of his promise, Adonijah was taking the throne because David was aged. Mary, the mother of Jesus, must have put in more to train the son, Jesus, than Joseph did for two reasons. Joseph was more in carpentry as a breadwinner. 2, he was a stepfather to Jesus, a step away from the Father. So he may not have been that close. So Jesus was more of mommy's boy than daddy's boy. We are not told one word that Joseph ever said to Jesus, either instructing, correcting, or saying anything. It is Mary who influenced Jesus to perform his first miracle at Cana of Galilee. Jesus recognized the roles mothers play in the shaping of children, so much so that at his crucifixion, he handed his mother to the most trusted and loved apostle, John. If you were there, dear viewer, would Mary have lived in your house? When we talk about Moses' mother, she raised him and instructed him as a Jew, not as an Egyptian. She was shaping his destiny the Jewish way. He forsook the palace and its pleasures and joined his brethren, the Jews. When he met God, he met him as a Jew, not as an Egyptian. Hannah shaped Samuel's destiny long before Samuel was born. She promised God that the boy would serve him as a Nazarene all his life. From his birth to the time she weaned him, she thoroughly instructed him in line with his destiny. The effect of her instruction is seen in the fact that Samuel was not influenced by the behavior of Eli's sons. Mother, it is our duty to shape the destiny of our firstborn and of all our children. Mother, please take up your duty and shape the destiny of your firstborn son. Firstborns are made, they are not born.